The first topic I'm going to talk about is that the first look at Superman's costume was revealed in a behind-the-scenes image that James Gunn released online. Now, I know this piss has gotten a lot of controversial opinions. I've heard some people hated this first look at Superman's costume. Some people loved it. Personally, for me, this didn't decrease or increase my excitement. Like, I don't really get excited by still images from movies or behind-the-scene images. Like, for me personally, that doesn't increase or decrease my excitement. And I thought the Superman suit looks good. I know some people are saying like it looks too big on him, like a little baggy, and I know that the complaints people had about the first look was that yeah, destruction going on in the city, and Superman looks too chilled there. I mean, I thought the suit looks good personally, and I like the idea that James Gunn was going for with him. You see him put on his boot, and he is trying to go for the vibe that he's going to work, which means he's going to save the world, to make him look kind of like a everyday person, regular person that has a job. So I didn't personally have any feelings one way towards another when it came to the Emmys. I feel like it got way blown out of proportion. Like I can understand if you don't like the design of the suit, or you just don't like what James Gunn was trying to go for with the pista. But it just, to me personally, and I know some people like wanted like a more epic first look when it came to this image as Superman's costume. I can get somewhat of that, but I just feel like this is just been blown out of proportion. It's literally a still image. Like for me personally, like I said, I don't get excited by still or behind the scenes images for a movie. What I get excited by is when I see a trailer, what it looks like in motion, what tone are they going for? I get excited by who's writing and directing, who's casting the movie as the characters. And just for me personally, overall, I just didn't have any issues with this image for the first look at Superman's costume. I thought the pistol was fine, and I'm still really excited for this movie. And I trust James Gunn. The next thing I want to talk about is Fall Guy opened at 28.5. Now, I did see the movie last night. I'm going to put a review for that movie later today. I did enjoy the movie, but I'm going to go into my thoughts about what my overall viewpoint of that movie is later today when I put up my video for that. But I'm not surprised this movie didn't do well, because even though I think the trailers have been really good for the Fall Guy and looked really fun, I can understand maybe some people lost in trailers for this. I think the marketing's done a great job, and looking at it and going like, this doesn't look like a movie you gotta see in theaters. And Ryan Gosling, as much as I love Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, they don't tend to open their movies big. Outside of Barbie for Ryan Gosling, I don't think he's really ever had a movie that opened real big. And I think with Emily Blunt, outside of Oppenheimer, I don't think she's really had any movies that really opened big for her. Like she had the Quiet Place movies, but those are low budget and those opened up good, but it's not like they were gigantic openings. So you don't really have that anymore when it comes to like A stars opening movies big at the box office. And it's also, I would say this, it's based on the old TV shows I've never seen, and from what I heard, the movie's not really doesn't really like plot wise, it's not really similar to the TV show outside of the main character's name. And from what I heard, the original show wasn't popular, and it just I think you maybe need to change the title too. Using the title of a TV show, an old TV show that I don't think anybody's honestly heard of, unless you're older. Like a lot of people wouldn't know what the Fall Guy TV show was. So I think you probably should have changed the title too. But it sucks also to see a movie do bad because this movie costs 100 something. I don't think it's gonna have legs. And like I said, I enjoyed the movie. It's worth checking out once in theaters. And I'm always disappointed when I see any movie do well. Do bad at the box office. Even if I don't like the movie, even if I enjoyed the movie but wasn't blown away by it, it always sucks. Even movies I don't like, to see it not do well at the box office opening. And then when it's a movie that I do, when you see a movie that when it's a movie at the box office that you do like or love, it also sucks to see that movie not do well. So I would say, go check out The Fall Guy. But I am not surprised by its opening that low. And like I said, I don't think this movie's gonna have legs in the box office. I really don't. I don't see, even though it's getting a really good word of mouth. I mean, it has like 80 something% on Rotten Tomatoes with the critics and audience scores. Correct me in the comments at the bottom if I'm wrong about that. But I just don't see this movie having legs at the box office. The next thing I want to talk about is the Furiosa and Mad Max Saga. The first reactions came out. So the reactions are really positive for this. Now, let me say this, it's the first reaction, so. But the reactions are saying Aaron Taylor-Joy is fantastic as Furiosa. Chris Hemsworth is fantastic. Those two steal the show. And from what I heard, people are saying it's great. I have some reactions saying it's not as good as Fury Road, which I did like. I did enjoy Fury Road. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. Like Mad Max 2 is still my favorite Mad Max movie in the franchise. But it's good to hear these good, these really great reactions, and definitely makes me more excited for this movie. Like I can't wait to see it, and I'm not surprised about the reactions saying no to stands out Aaron Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth because they're both fantastic actors. And even from the trailers, I always thought she was a fantastic choice to play the younger version of Furiosa character. And Chris Hemsworth, I think, is just a great actor too. So, and it's cool to see these reactions saying that this is a very different role for him of other characters he played, because I'm excited to see him kind of play more of a villain, like crazy type role. But definitely excited, and it's definitely made me more excited for Furiosa, which is one of my anticipated movies. The next thing I want to talk about is Riddick 4 goes into production. So the fourth Riddick movie is going into production. Now, I'm actually excited to hear this because I do love Pitch Black. That's one of my favorite horror movies. And I enjoyed Chronicles of Riddick, and I enjoyed Riddick. I didn't love them. They were both step downs from Pitch Black for me personally, but I still enjoyed them. And I do love the character of Riddick. And the end of the third movie does end in a way where I'm assuming the fourth movie is going to finally see him go back to his home planet, the character of Riddick. So, for me personally, I am excited by this news. Like I said, I love Pitch Black, and I did enjoy Chronicles of Riddick and Riddick, even though I didn't love them. But overall, I think it's great to hear that this movie's in production and it's going to happen. The next thing I want to talk about is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow has a release date for June of 2026. June 26, 2026. So it's coming out next year, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Now, I'm really excited for this movie. I never read the comic it's based off, and what I heard the comic's really good. And I'm not familiar with the lead actress who's playing the main character. Like, I know she was in the Game of Thrones prequel show House of Dragons, which I haven't watched. But I'm excited for this because I think Supergirl's a great character, and I want to see a good Supergirl movie. Like, you had the Supergirl movie, the old one back then, which was pretty bad. The one that with Haley, I can't remember like the full name of the actress, but the Supergirl movie that was like set in the Crystal Reeve Superman movies back then, that movie was pretty bad. You know, the actress that played Supergirl in the old Supergirl movie was great. The movie I thought was awful. And I also love the idea that this Supergirl is going to be, in James Gunn's universe, the Supergirl is going to be jaded, which will make it, which I love the idea of that being different from Superman, because I think one of the things that, to me, is that to really differentiate the two characters is that Supergirl did, she did grow up on Krypton. Yeah, she grew up in Argo City, I believe. But she was a lot older when, she was a teenager when all that stuff happened. Kyle was just a baby, so he has no memories of, like, Krypton. She does. So I like the idea of her being a bit jaded, this version is going to be, and showing how she's different from Superman. He's not as hopeful. Because to me, it'll do a good job of contrasting the two characters. But I'm just excited for this movie. I'm glad it has a release date. And, I'm definitely curious to see what this version of Supergirl is going to completely be when it comes to how this actress is going to be in a role. And, like I said, I just want to see a good Supergirl movie. So that's all the movie topics today. Until next time, movie fans.